amazing. Okay, guys, what we're going to watch now is like a little bit of a history lesson for you guys. For all the people who are new to this community, okay? This community is like 7 years old and was basically started by the Happy Hop. And what you also can do now, guys, is say hello to YouTube. Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? This video will probably land on YouTube because I'm a reaction streamer at this point in time, you know? And this is SquillaKilla's video. World's first zero hit run progression, hitless history, Soulsborne any percents, which, you know, is pretty old video, a couple of years, but it's a pretty good video as well. So, I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's watch it together. It's just 10 minutes, and then we continue the run right after. You guys know this man? Otstarva? Huh? Who knows Otstarva? 1-1. 2-2 if you don't know Otstarva, and 5-5 if you know, you know. Everybody knows Otstarva, right? He was the first one to no-hit Dark Souls 2 all bosses. He routed it all alone. That was a moment, dude. That was quite a moment. So tough. So fucking tough.
This man has just spent over 11 hours attempting to complete Dark Souls 2 without getting hit by any enemy or boss in the game. He was seconds away from being the first in the world to accomplish.
Look at, oh, you guys can't see the timer. Look at the timer. It's 11 hours and 53 minutes into the run, and he gets hit on the very last attack, basically. Imagine how painful this must be. You know what I mean? And he was like literally so close.
Accomplish this, only to be hit in the final moments on the very last boss. From Software's Soulsborne games have been described as challenging and unforgiving titles that will not hold your hand. It's all about dying over and over again until you find the best way to overcome your struggles and succeed. With this format, the games can become addicting. Being able to learn enemies' attacks and behaviors to develop strategies and overcome what may have taken hours, days, or even weeks. But in the years since Demon's Souls' release in 2009, gamers have continued to push the series to the next level.
You guys know this guy? You guys know this guy? This is Milty. I don't know if he's within the video. I mean, obviously he is, but I don't know if he names Milty. He is the first one to ever know-hit Demon's Souls. That was also very early on. Milty was the first one to ever do this.
Rush and seeing just how far they can push the game. Can it be beaten faster? Could you beat it without dying? Could you complete the entire game without once taking a single hit?
The neck, dude. The neck extension.
In 2016, Twitch streamer The Happy Hop set out to do the unthinkable by attempting to complete Dark Souls without getting hit.
With the rules that he could not block damage, not die to gravity, and not get hit or staggered by any enemy or boss.
2016, and this man routes Dark Souls 1 on his own. Completely alone, basically. Maybe with help from chat. Think about this. Like, who would come up with the idea to no-hit Dark Souls, you know, to not get hit during the entirety of the game? Like, we plebs, we just try to get through somehow, and this man just sets a goal that he wants to get through it without getting hit.
More impressively, he used no magic as well. In a zero-hit run, the game's rolling mechanic is crucial in evading hits from enemies' attacks. There is a small chunk of frames in the middle of the rolling animation where, if timed correctly, will make your...
Sorry, I forgot about muting the alerts. Karas, thank you very much and welcome back. Next time, YouTube, I will mute the alerts. I promise.
Must pay money to the Lizard Foundation.
Thank you very much for 50 months. Welcome back. Okay, let's listen to Squilla again.
Character invulnerable to attacks.
With a small dagger.
At the time, a lot of hype was building in the community. People were anxiously awaiting the success of his run as he lowered his personal best score from several hits to fewer and fewer. I personally remember the day that it happened. After he had just failed an attempt early in the stream, I was sitting at my desk thinking, I'll watch the next one. If it goes well, I'll stay. If not, I'll work on some other things. Little did I know that this was the run that would not only change the Souls community for the better, but would also impact my channel personally for years to come. After maneuvering his way through countless mobs and bosses, he had finally made it to the Kiln of the First Flame. This is the final area of Dark Souls and contains many strong enemies, as well as Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder.
Imagine you're the first one.
He was on the brink of an insane achievement and knew what he had to do. He had practiced and was determined, but there was still a large amount of tension and stress, not only to Hob but the audience as well. This is why the experience of a zero-hit run, especially when you're at the end, is so exciting. Players take the risk for great reward and entertainment, and soon this would become a staple challenge run in the repertoire of many hardcore players. In this clip, you see Hob carefully evading all of the Black Knights in the kiln, which is required to get to Gwyn. This demands a lot of focus, as there are many different attacks with different speeds each unique knight can do. Once he makes it through, it's on to Gwyn, the final boss of Dark Souls. Gwyn is the only boss that you can perform a parry on. A successful parry will effectively stop the enemy's attack and leave them open for a critical attack. Parry animation has active frames similar to the invulnerability frames in a dodge roll. With this being said, this run being played flawlessly to this point now relies on 2 back-to-back parries timed correctly.
Oh my god damn, it's happening.
God damn, it's happening. What a legend. The Black Knight halberd, right?
Oh no.
The neck getting longer.
World record! Holy shit!
On that day, we all experienced something extremely special. There was emotion. There was amazement. There was ultimately a new way to defeat Dark Souls with unparalleled satisfaction. On July 1st, 2016, Faraz Khan was the first zero-hit runner to complete Dark Souls 3 without getting hit.
Yeah. Back then they used like a different sword, right? This is not the broadsword, correct? Like Faraz, Squilla, and Hob at the beginning did not like this. I don't know what that is, but this is not the broadsword. Astora straight sword, ASS. Oh, it's Astora. Okay.
Get fucked! Get fucking fucked, man! Holy shit! I did it! 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 I can't believe I did it! I did it! I did it!
And arguably,
I did it, man!
Arguably, I would say Dark Souls 3 is like harder than Dark Souls 1 to no hit. But back then it was obviously not, you know, we weren't even talking about it. Everybody who had a Dark Souls game on record, Hitless on record, was just a fucking legend. Is still a legend.
I did it! I legit did it! Oh my god! Fuck, okay. Okay, that was tough.
You can see how important it was to him that he had gotten this achievement, but let's look and see what it took to get him there. When Dark Souls 3 released, there was 5 notable runners contributing information and coming up with different methods to get through the game hitless. These 5 were Faraz Khan, SquillaKilla, The Happy Hob, Love for You, and Colby Cheese. Eventually, Lev and Colby would move on to other things after helping with the routing of the original DS3 zero-hit run, and Faraz, Squilla, and Hob would be the ones to achieve the run for themselves, being the only 3 on record that had any hitless run on a Dark Souls game. Throughout the hitless progression of Dark Souls 3, there were many strategies that surfaced, like Colby Cheese's strategy of safely moving through a very dangerous staircase right before the boss Pontiff Celebrant.
I don't know.
He found if you throw an alluring skull standing just underneath the magic casting from this enemy, you can buy yourself enough time to safely navigate the rest of the area consistently. Another notable method still used today, like the Pontiff Stairs, was SquillaKilla's method of Lothric and Lorien the Twin Princes boss, where at the beginning of the second phase, he would dodge all of the magic projectiles from the opening attack on the fog gate, making it impossible to have them teleport to his location, avoiding
this is a
very
really good
situation.
strategy, right?
SquillaKilla ended up finishing the run second.
Fuck yes, buddy! Oh my god.
And Hob third to Faraz.
Bitch! Milestone!
Jump forward to May 6, 2017. The community around zero-hit runs and Souls was growing, and a new streamer named Milty had taken it upon himself to be the first runner to complete Demon Souls without getting hit.
He gave me the AoE. Now the real Demon Souls starts.
At the time, not many people were familiar with Demon Souls, as you needed a PS3 to play it, and it was an older game. With it being so dated, the bosses in the game for the most part were much more simplified than the new games, but a great challenge was still imposed by the sometimes janky mechanics and the brutal areas to navigate. Top that off with the most frustrating weapon upgrade system, and you have your answer to why this is quite the achievement. Not only that, but it was super entertaining to watch someone new play an older Souls game that wasn't as common.
Guys, that's it. That's it.
June 14th, 2017 rolls around, just over 1 month since the world's first Demon Souls zero-hit run, and a friendly competition is brewing between a handful of runners competing to see who could complete Bloodborne without getting hit. This time around, controversy was building up over a run that had been completed by a...
I went, yes, but you can, like, you can buy something if you want to buy something for yourself as well. What a video, this is great, right?
skillful Souls YouTuber/streamer by the name of Michael LP. His run was close in comparison to the standard zero-hit run rules, but because he got staggered by...
Dude, look at these hair. Wait, I'm gonna move you guys for a moment. Look at the hair, dude. That guy, Michael LP. He only didn't get the run, like the world's first, because he got staggered at the very beginning, and a stagger is, like, as we know, is like a counts as a hit, you know, and this was the stagger right here.
The first boss of the game and knocked
Boom.
over, his run was invalid.
Like he doesn't take any damage, as you can see. Like it was technically a damage. No, it's not a damageless run as well, because you probably get some fall damage somewhere.
A speedrunner by the name of Jesus Here's Toast was the first streamer to get the world's first hitless on Bloodborne.
It's dead.
The hitless run for Bloodborne can be completed in under 1 hour and has some differences mechanically than its Souls counterparts. One frustrating thing to mention is that if you play with a regular PS4 controller that does not have the motion device removed, you will get character gestures at unwanted times, and these cannot be cancelled.
Gesture. Oh my god, dude.
Last but certainly not least, Dark Souls 2 was the final game of the series left without attention. In fact, around this time, the game was dying in popularity on Twitch, and not many people had kept the directory alive with viewership. Happy Hop did exactly what was needed to refresh the interest in Dark Souls 2 by taking it upon himself to chase the world's first zero-hit run. With it being the least popular of the games next to Demon Souls, this was another exciting moment. Some would rarely get to see the game streamed, as everyone was grinding DS1, DS3, and Bloodborne. Hop decided that if he was to zero-hit Dark Souls 2, that it would be the newest version of the game, which was Scholar of the First Sin Edition. Some differences included...
Sorry. Vegeta's, thank you, dude. Welcome back. Thanks a
My
lot.
PC was broken for 2 months.
Oh.
Glad to be back.
I hope it's, like, okay again, dude.
changes in
Thank you very
item
much.
locations,
Welcome
enemy
back.
positions, PS4 and Xbox One support, but the worst addition of all was Forlorn. In short, he is an NPC invader that can randomly come in your game and ruin your run.
Dude, Forlorn is the worst addition. Why? Can anybody explain to me? Hey, Polloxy, hello, dude. Can anybody explain to me why they added the Forlorn? The Covenant of the Forlorn? The by far the worst edition, dude. It's like a random fucking NPC girl that invades you and fucks you up every single fucking time. It's so horrible.
Now, I'm sure this sounds like FromSoft is playing a practical joke on
Look at
challenge
this
runners, but
bullshit.
seriously, this guy invades with no warning, and Hop needed to modify the run to accommodate many of those Forlorn events. A lucky run on Dark Souls 2 was considered 0 Forlorn invasions, but this also means 0 mistakes from you as a player, a possible but very challenging task even with the right forecast for luck. But on June 23rd, 2017, all of the pieces were in place for the final game in the series to be completed with no hits.
World record!
Let's go.
Since the first zero-hit run of the original Dark Souls, you can see how much the community around the games has grown, especially in the case of zero-hit runners. Many accomplishments, innovations, and progress has been made as a group effort and presumably will continue into the future. Hitless tournaments have emerged with the planning, organization, and commentary from Twitch streamer and YouTuber McRaptor, allowing the skills and progression to be showcased in a head-to-head format competitively. In each tournament, the player with the least amount of hits moves on to later...
Dude, is Donnie still around? And Drunky? Drunky I see stream every now and then, but Donnie is not around any longer, right?
brackets and up to a grand final showdown. These have raised thousands of dollars for charity already, and more planned for the
Homer.
future. Well, that covers the history of Soulsborne hitless challenge runs, and hopefully will give you more insight into how amazing things can be done with an awesome community and solid determination. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the
Pretty good
notification
video.
bell to get
SquillaKilla,
the latest
guys.
updates on future
Gonna link
videos.
it down below.
Thank you.
Let's fucking go, baby! And now we can continue the run. Thank you for watching with us. And, wait, this is a little loud. Thank you for watching with us. And if you are on YouTube watching this, maybe consider, you know, rubbing your nips and subscribing to the channel. See you on twitch.tuvalu. Okay.